various people. Now I wanted to bring this to the attention of pretty much everybody, because I know a lot of people probably go through this. Do you ever feel like you got somebody totally monopolizing your time, or trying to interfere, or they're a distraction, that they're kind of digging in a little too much? Because I feel that way about the federal government, but this is on a more personal level. We always got that one friend that, they're they're a little bit more needy than the other guy or whatever. But yet, you're trying to do the right thing every day, and yet they take it personally, right? They just seem to take it personally for whatever reason. They think we're ignoring them, but we're not. We're trying to live our lives. We're trying to do our work. We're trying to make money, which is not selfish, especially when you have a family. Now, I could understand if I was a single guy and I didn't have a family that I had to take care of, and I didn't have obligations to not only my church or radio show or, doing film and everything like that. If I didn't have obligations, then I could have a lot more time on my hands to do this, that, and the other thing with people. And I'm not trying to single anyone out of the crowd. I really am not. It's just been weighing on my heart. I'm trying to listen to not only what my wife is trying to tell me, but I'm also trying to listen to what God is trying to tell me. And I cannot have distractions of this, that, and the other thing interfering with that. Now, I know yesterday I went on a pretty big hour-long rant about what's going on in the country and things of that sort. Okay? I did. I went on a rant. I ranted and raved. I cussed and, gave you an hour of entertainment that you probably were like, oh, wow, this guy's totally lost his mind. But the fact of the matter is, and I'm going to be totally bluntly honest, I could not have my time manipulated. Because time is short, folks, and we got to realize that. At any minute, shit could fly off the handle, and it's between you and the Almighty. Okay? And I've got a big mission and a lot of work to do before that mission's done. So I don't want any of you to take this personally. Particularly some of my friends or whatever, some of my acquaintances, some people who I think as father figures or brothers. I don't want you to take this message personally. But this is a message to anybody, really, that watches this show. My schedule is not dictated by a specific event or a specific person. It is dictated by God. It is dictated by God. That's why there's no consistency on the airing of the show. It could be at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It could be at 7:30 at night. It could be at 8 o'clock at night. It really doesn't matter the time. It's when the Lord tells me that I need to come on the show. I'm not scheduled like a mainstream broadcaster would be scheduled. I'm scheduled according to my schedule. Okay? And I'm really, really frustrated because it seems to me that, you know what, I'll just keep it at that. But, one of my biggest pet peeves besides Barack Hussein Obama and besides the communist vermin in the gutter and besides all the crap that's going on in the world that doesn't make any sense because it's ass backwards and upside down, the thing that really pisses me off, really, really gets on my freaking nerves, is when people manipulate and, basically overtake my time and waste it. It's not friggin' difficult to understand that, I don't like my time being wasted. Now, granted, I like hanging out with my buddies like the next guy does, but to have to constantly go back in and fix shit is a waste of my friggin' time. It is. If you haven't figured it out by now, you're never going to figure it out. I don't understand it. It's like the government wasting our time, It's like they suck us dry, folks. We got a lot of news to cover today, but, I'm just waiting to see where I'm going to go with this. I'm waiting to see where I'm going to go with this because, I got a lot of stuff kind of pimped up. And I kind of feel like my time has been manipulated and wasted. And I know it's not. I know I'm doing the right thing, but in some people's opinion, I'm not, because I'm not giving them enough attention. There's only one of me. I can't clone myself unless I do it with a video camera, okay? And there's only one of me to go so far. It's hard when in this environment you got to fight to survive. You got to try to do the best you can, and yet you still have people manipulating your fucking time. Pardon my French. Pardon my French. That's what it is. You still have people manipulating time and trying to suck every ounce of energy out of you that you need to dedicate to a higher cause. Like, for example, discussing the news of the day, or discussing spiritual things, or, trying to pursue your career. Now, I got nothing against anyone, okay? Nothing. I just don't like it when people manipulate my time. And I don't give a shit if it's a politician or a best friend or a family member. Don't manipulate my time. Don't screw with my time, because time is short, time is precious, and we really honestly don't have much time left. And that's what I feel in my spirit. I don't want my time wasted dicking around with a bunch of dumb shit. I want my time to be utilized for the right purpose and the right cause. Because I'm not going to be around forever. I'm only getting older, and everybody else is getting older, and the world is getting stupider by the millisecond. To be totally, perfectly honest with you, that is what is going on. The world is getting dumber by the millisecond. By the millisecond. You still have all these half-wit, stupid, retarded, commie vermin that are still going to reach out to Barack Hussein Obama or Al Gore or whoever the hell it is that's running on that I want to fuck up America ticket. And pardon my French for those of you who are believers. I'm just on a rant here. That's what they're going to do. They're going to run on this, I want to screw up America more ticket. And I'm going to be a stupid, arrogant, commie, fuckball dictator that's going to screw everybody and make the other commies more powerful. And if they're not commie enough, I'm going to take them out. You know what? I swear to God, this pisses me off. This whole world has been manipulated by the enemy so much that we think this is all just normal shit. We've become so indifferent that we don't know fiction from reality. And yet we think it's cool to manipulate people's time and energy when they got other pressing business to attend to. I mean, seriously, when are we going to get our heads out of our asses, folks? Because time is short. We are on the verge. I don't know if you know this or not. I'm sure some of you are on top of it. We are on the verge of World War and Civil War. Okay? I don't care how you slice it. That's where the chips are. You got a bunch of Marxist, communist vermin trying to overthrow the Constitution, trying to overthrow every facet of our lives that we strongly believe in, that's moral and just. They're erasing the cross. They're erasing the Star of David. They're erasing the Ten Commandments. Why? Because they don't want you to know God. They don't want you to have a personal relationship. They want you to worship them, the government, the fucking devil. So get your heads out of your asses and start getting it through your skulls. Okay? Get it through your skulls. Because I'm telling you right now, you could think I'm a nut job or whatever. The facts are the facts. Obama claims, along with everybody else in his minions, that they're just looking out for our best interests. Yeah, I've heard that line before. Ever watched Star Wars? Ever read my book, Call to War? Threat to Freedom? I'm going to plug my book. I'm sure none of you have ever read it, or care to read it, or give a shit, but it's out there. It's at publishamerica.com. Just look it up. It's there. Buy it. Read it. It literally is a Rorschach of what's going on right now, right before it starts heating up, and then it heats up. And it's a trilogy. There's 3 parts to it. Now, granted, I didn't write it at first as a Christian. Okay? I wrote it as a non-believer. So, all my Christian audience out there, there's some offensive language and some graphic content in the book. But it's literally a Rorschach of life that we're dealing with right now. It's urgent that you read this book. It really is. It's urgent. Now, granted, it's not a perfect book. It's not anything to write home about. I'm not even proud that I published the damn thing. I'm not trying to make money off of it. I'm just trying to spread a message. And you can take it either way you want to look at it, but the fact is, we got these commie scum vermin trying to run us into the ground and take every sense of value and decency that we have in this country and flush it down the toilet and pervert it and distort it and turn it into their agenda. Okay, and I will get into this on my next segment.